Hello students, I am Kinshal Parmar. Welcome back to the video lecture series of Digital Fundamental. Today we will discuss digital circuit and logical function. So let's start with the definition of digital circuit. This digital circuit is basically a circuit which manipulates binary value. Digital circuit is a circuit which manipulates binary values, which performs various logical operations on a binary numbers. This digital circuit is basically a combination or collection of hardware components which manipulates the binary value, binary value. In a binary, or says in a digital, we have a different types of operations. These operations manipulates the binary value. So to manipulate the binary value, we have a digital circuit. This is basically a hardware component collections which is used to perform various logical operations. Here we have a different types of digital circuit. There are two types of digital circuit. First, combinational digital circuit. In this combinational digital circuit means present output depends on present input conditions only. Okay, whatever the input you apply, according to that you have a output. So here we have a first type of digital circuit, that is combinational digital circuit, in which present output depends only on present input condition. Next we have a sequential digital circuit. This sequential digital circuit means present output depends on present input as well as past input condition. Okay, present output depends on present input as well as past input conditions. So here we have a different two types of digital circuit. First, combinational digital circuit, and second, sequential digital circuit. This combinational digital circuit is basically a digital circuit, or says a type of circuit in which present output at any instant of time depends only on the present input condition only. Okay, present output depends only on present input conditions at the instant of time. This combinational digital circuit consists of input output variable, or input condition, output condition, and logical gates. Okay, using this logical gates we can make a different types of combinational digital circuit. Here we have a basic block diagram of combinational digital circuit. We have a input, then combinational digital circuit, and it performs various logical operations. According to that we have a output conditions. Okay, so this is combinational digital circuit. In a combinational digital circuit, if we have a total n input variable, okay, if we have a total n input variable, so for that n input variable we have a total 2n possible combinations of input. Okay, for n input variable we have a total 2n possible input combinations, and for each and every possible input combination we have a one unique output combinations. Okay, for each and every total 2n possible combination we have a one and only one output combinations respected to that input combinations. Okay, here using this total 2n input conditions we can make output equations, or we can make a logical functions which represent a logical behavior of that combinational digital circuits. So here using this combinational logical circuit we can write a logical function for given combinational logical circuit in form of input variables. For one and only one output combinations we have a different types of input combinations. So for each and every output we can write output equations, or says logical functions for any combinational digital circuit. So the analysis of that given combinational combinational digital circuit can be done using logical functions. To analyze any combinational digital circuit, it is necessary to represent behavior of the combinational digital circuit in terms of logical functions. This logical functions is basically algebraic expression. Logical functions means algebraic expression which shows the relationship between input and output. Okay, this logical function basically shows the relationship between input and output conditions. How output occurs according to the input condition is basically represented by this logical functions. In logical function, there is a input variable, output variables, and constant values, that is 0 and 1, and we have operators. That means what are the operations are performed, which types of operations are performed is basically related to input variables, and according to that we have a logical functions for output combinations. Okay, so this is the logical functions. There are three ways to represent logical functions. First, Boolean algebra, then truth table, and logical diagram. Using these three ways we can represent logical function. We can identify the behavior of combinational digital circuit. Okay, so using Boolean algebra or using truth table or using this logical diagram, logical functions can be expressed for a different types of combinational digital circuit. What is Boolean algebra? So this Boolean algebra means algebraic expression which shows the relationship between input and output conditions. Okay, to represent input output conditions relationship using this algebraic expression, we can use this Boolean algebra. Then we have this truth table. This truth table is basically a tabular form of logical expression in which input conditions are written in a tabular form, and according to that input conditions we have a output accordingly. Okay, so according to input we have a output either 0 or 1. So in a tabular form there is a input conditions, and according to that input conditions we have a respective output conditions. Then next we have a logical diagram. This logical diagram is basically graphical representation of logical functions. Okay, this logical diagram is basically graphical representation of a logical function of any combinational digital circuit. This logical diagram contains various logical gates. Okay, using various logical gates we can define various logical diagram for different types of combinational digital circuit. So here we have a different types of ways to represent logical functions. There are representation of logical functions. Logical functions can be represented in a different form, that is in a canonical form or in a standard form or in a non-standard form. This logical functions can be represented in either in a canonical form or in a standard form or in a non-standard form. Well, logical functions in this algebraic expression form can be represented in any of these three types of forms. First we have a canonical form. Canonical form, that means a logical function can be expressed either in a sum of minterm or either in a product of maxterm. This canonical form is basically used either sum of minterm or product of maxterm. So using either sum of minterm or using either product of maxterm, this logical function can be expressed. In a standard form, logical functions can be expressed either in a sum of product term, that is SOP, or in a product of sum, that is POS. So in a standard form, if logical function is expressed in a SOP form or POS form, it is known as logical function in a standard form. Next we have a non-standard form. Non-standard form, that that means logical functions cannot be expressed either in a SOP form or in a POS form. Okay, the logical functions can be expressed randomly using any of the concept of this sum or of the product form. Okay, so in a non-standard form, our logical functions neither in a SOP form nor in a POS form. So these three are the representations of logical functions. Using these three forms, logical functions can be expressed by logical Boolean algebra. Okay, so using this algebraic expressions, we can represent our logical functions in any of these three representation methods, and this is how we can represent logical functions in a different form. Thank you.